This episode of Madden 24 franchise is all going to be about scouting. So if scouting in Madden 24 isn't your thing, guys, well, I'll see you next episode. But if you do enjoy scouting, stay tuned because we're going to go over our team, the depth issues we have, what we're looking for in the draft, and shortlisting a few players that we might be interested in. Let me know what you guys think in this scouting special. Starting off with the team, guys. So quarterback, is Fields the answer? Well, honestly, when I come down to it, I have to say he could be. But if we keep falling or keep losing games, picking up another quarterback that could be better might be an option. Because obviously Hendon Hooker was just recently drafted, so we have a solid backup no matter what. But is Fields the guy we need? Is he the man to lead this team? Depending on how our rest of our season go, maybe not. But I want to talk about something more important because obviously running back is not an issue. Currently, Gibbs, obviously we have Justice Hill, and we have Raheem Mostert, although we re-signed him, so 4 running backs right now. Fullback. We're going to let this fullback go. I like to have a fullback, and we can probably pick up one better than the 66 at the 7th round, or even in free agency afterwards. So while a fullback is needed, it's not something I'm going to be super concerned about looking at. Now, something that is kind of a depth conversation is, well, wide receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, great, right? We have two. Afterwards, right now, Cobb, Hilton, and Julio is kind of our backups. And now all three were only signed to 1-year deals, and they're all going to leave. So we definitely need depth, but we don't need a star. So we can look for these guys in the 2nd, 3rd round, just try to get some speedy guys, get some youngsters that might develop. And let's talk about the next position. Tight end. Disley we traded for. He has a couple years left, so we don't need a major tight end. And we have Sam Laporta, who is, well, was injured for a little bit, is just coming back, and obviously he's playing down a little bit, but he's a player we will develop as well. So a tight end isn't a major issue. It is something that if we see the right player at the right position, might not be a bad shout to try to go get a tight end. But is it a crucial part of our game? No. Now, going to the offensive line, there's one position in particular. 90, 89, 80, 87. None of those look bad. And that's not even counting Ragnow. A right guard. Now, while we can reorganize this a little bit, I also want to keep an eye out for a right guard because a right guard is definitely an issue. And I don't think we have much, well, we have some depth here, but we really need talent. With Ragnow technically kicking up an injury, we may want to reorganize this line to do better, but keeping an eye out for a right guard would also be a shout, as well as just depth. We have a lot of offensive linemen right now that were signed to 1-year deals that probably won't be there in the future, or even next season in essence. So getting depth would also be very helpful. So for offense, our main point is depth is big. And we picked up a lot of picks. So tight end depth, probably. A new fullback, definitely. A new wide receiver depth is definite. Offensive line depth, yeah, maybe new starting right guard. But quarterback is the biggest, depends where we land and what falls to us at that position. Going to defense, guys, because defense is an interesting one. Let's talk about, well, the defensive ends. So, Aiden Hutchinson, do we really need to talk about him? And Okamodoko is someone who is good. He's originally a right end. We obviously kick him out to the left. But we could always use more talent. So, on defensive end, what do we need? Well, I wouldn't mind getting another talented end, but for now, I don't think we have that big of an issue on either side. In comparison, our defensive tackles are badly needed. I mean, 73 and 72 is not good enough. So defensive tackle is a need, a top need at that, because this is some of our lowest positions overall. Like, obviously, Anzalone's hurt, but yeah, in comparison to up here, the depth is really bad down here, and we definitely need to consider that. Moving on to our linebackers, yeah, Campbell's great. He's developing. But past that, Anzalone looks pretty good, but we could definitely use depth. But finding a new starter to fit in with these, or maybe a good, solid second middle linebacker, in those double linebacker packages might be a shout. But we also need to think about free safety and strong safety, simply because we have Branch sitting here at a 78, and I feel like I need to utilize him better. And so I need to figure out the spot to put him, which is something I need to do. But before we get into the safety full talk, linebackers, back to focus on here. We definitely need another middle linebacker. We need depth, and it would help to find a better starter amongst the group. Of course, Campbell's great, but I would love a linebacker that I could use her, that feels great to move around with and may not have the the aspects that are important for a user-based linebacker, but we may switch off and try to rush and stuff, so we'll have to see about that. But yeah, linebacker is definitely a weaker position in our team. Defensive tackle is probably the worst, hands down. Moving to cornerbacks. So obviously we have issues along cornerback. While we have some okay cornerbacks, the talent falls off. It goes to 76 to 71 to 66. We need cornerback depth, definitely. And getting a new star cornerback to help shut down a side might be super helpful. So our team has a lot of holes. But I don't think cornerback is as bad as the situation as defensive tackle or some of our linebacker spots. So it's not going to be my first major concern. Now, as I was talking about with the safeties, I need to figure out what to do with Branch. Branch is a talent. He's a star. He's a rookie. He's already 78 rated. And he's in top 31. He's a starting safety by all names. And we're not playing him like it. And so we need to definitely figure out what we are going to do with Branch. Because right now, he's sitting behind Gardner Johnson. Well, Gardner Johnson, what do we do with him? He's a star as well. He's 84, only 25 years old. He's a strong safety as well. He has great zone, and great man. Do we move him to free safety? Do we try to move someone to the linebacker spot? What do we do here is the big issue. And I'm trying to think of a couple things to do for here. But then we also look over at free safety, right? The conversation, what do we do with Gardner Johnson? Well, Kirby Joseph is 22. He's a star. He's a 79 free safety. Do we really want to stop his growth too? He's looking pretty good. What do we do? And that is something definitely I've been kind of questioning myself. Because at this point, I'm thinking Johnson's our strong safety. Joseph's definitely our free safety. What about Branch? Do I try to make Branch a linebacker? What will happen to him at that point? It's a tough question to ask, and I need to figure this out because Branch is the biggest question mark on this team, hands down, and I don't know what to do with him, and I need to figure that out. Because Gardner Johnson is just so talented. Why would we get rid of him? We shouldn't. Branch is talented too. Do we let him rot? Do we misuse Joseph, who's also young, talented? No. Branch is the biggest question mark in this team, and I need to figure out what to do with him. You can let me know down in the comments below what you think, but special teams. Now, I'm not going to worry about kick returner, punt returner, because, I'll worry about this later. This is what I want to talk about. Patterson and Fox. Patterson, we've re-signed. He's only 76, but he's a great kicker, and he's young. He's young. We don't need to worry about him. By the time his contract expires, he'll be 30. 76, he has 92 kick power, 88 accuracy. He looks old, good for a kicker. We don't need to worry about him. But a better punter is something on my mind too. Because when we look at Fox, he's 27. Yes, he's a superstar. But he's a 27-year-old, 72 rated superstar? This doesn't make sense to me. He has great power, horrible accuracy, down to 75. And while he's the 27th ranked in punter, I feel like we can find a better punter. I'm thinking out of our positions we need defensive tackle and a lot of depth on defense and the offensive line is a definite. We need a new fullback, but that's not something we have to worry about till later. But when I look at him, I feel we could do better in the draft. And if we get lucky, we might find a talent. But one interesting thing is that he also doesn't really want to be here. And when we come down to it, we go look at his contract. Yeah, he has 4 years remaining, which is tough. Doesn't want to be here. Everything's negative or below. So do we try to trade Jack Fox or release him or something at the start of next season? That's a possibility. But yeah, guys, let's talk about the actual players we could be drafting. So looking at the mock draft, if we go down to where our Lions are at this point, they have us at 19 drafting a running back. That's kind of crazy. But if we go across the spectrum, that we are going to be middle of the pack, and I'm hoping we improve and pick up more wins, but we go to look at the prospects. What do we need badly? Well, a defensive tackle would be big, and I don't think we're in play for Justice Culver, although he looks like he could be pretty amazing. Like, his only D is injury, which is, a concern. But everything else is A's and B's. Like, what more can you ask for at defensive tackle? But we also need to think about our positioning. I think we're going to be anywhere from 15 into the 20s, which is definitely kind of a concern. So we're going to be later in the rounds, and when we think about that, we also need to think about position. Well, defensive tackle needs new starters. We also need a new fullback and a new starting CB that is a great all-in-all player would be fantastic. Now, if we go down here and think first-round players, well, let's take a shot at defensive tackle and see what we have here. So 95% as of now. There's a run stopper in Justin Hutchins, who's a scheme fit in round 1. Don't know if he'll fall down to us. But there's a few other players here that are definitely interesting. And so at the end of the day, while our completion isn't fully there yet, there are interests. So let's look at Justin Hutchins, who at this point, C in power moves, pursuit, hit power, injury C to D, B tackle, A stamina, A play rec, B awareness, B block shed, B finesses, and A to B impact blocking. Isn't bad. Physical player who's bone crushing hits, utilize spin move, has swift arm. He has everything you want. Now this is pretty still early in the season. We can't fully, say whether it's the biggest issue or not. But this is a player we could definitely look at. I mean, he's someone I think we at least have to add to favorites and keep going. Now, Carlos Carroll is another player who, kind of like the other one, has everything he does. Looks to rip, doesn't get flagged much. Okay, good to great as of right now, obviously. B awareness, C block shedding is pretty bad, but S moves is a B. Power moves, play rec, stamina's A, injuries A to B, impact block C, hit power is B to C, pursuit and tackles a B. But block shedding at C could be concerning. You usually want to see A or B there for that. Dominic Mackey, he's kind of falling out of favor. And he has all the things that, usually the great tackles have. 6'4", 300 pounds, 21 years old. And great to elite, everything but jumping and strength. He has A play rec, block shedding's a B, awareness B, power moves, pursuit, stamina, C to D injury, C tackling, C finesse moves, hit powers a B to C. We'll definitely add him because he could be interesting. But yeah, we'll go down the list. Now, here's one, Darius Page, that looked interesting to me. Again, has everything you kind of want there. 308 pounds, 6'1", 22. Great elite, good to great, great elite, good to great, good to great. So, pretty good. A tackle, A play rec. Block shedding is a C, so that's immediately a no. That I did not know before, and that's horrible. So, Matthew Walker is the next one. Again, we're looking at these 1 to 2 talents for right now. And we'll definitely go through a lot of these players here. But yeah, we're going to look at the positions we definitely need, and I think D tackle's a big one. Again, spin move, swift arm, leverage, lacks discipline. So he does get penalties, which is a concern. 295, so he's under 300, 6'4", though, 21. Good to great SL, great to elite agility, change of direction, speed, strength, solid jumping. Injury is an F, which is concerning, and block shedding's a C, but everything else, pursuit's also pretty bad, tackle's only a C. Man, he looks like he could be a talent, but that block shedding is interesting. He also seems to be a really good athlete. Like, he's around 1 to 2. I just don't know. Now, obviously, as we get down into these later rounds, stuff is going to fall apart. I am going to put Matthew Walker on the list just because he has everything. So, won't get flagged, has everything we want. 285, 6'1", good to great. Solid to good, but great to elite speed. Everything else just good to great. C injury, C block shedding, F power move, C hit tackle, C tackle. That's definitely a no. Too many C's there. Jose Hutton. Doesn't get flagged, has all the things. 305, 6'5", 22 from Oregon. Great to elite acceleration, change of direction, jumping, and speed. Good to great strength. Good to great agility. A injury, hey finesse move, C block shedding, man. C hit power. B tackle, D pursue. A to B impact. Oh man. That's rough. C hit power, man. I mean, he's 305. Like, he's someone we'll keep an eye on, but I don't know. Trey Barnett won't get flagged. 6'5", 298. Good to great strength, great to elite speed, jumping, and acceleration. Good agility, good to great agility, good to great change of direction. C block shedding again, man. A finesse moves, A play rec, D power moves, B pursue awareness, A B hit power though. Stamina's F, but we want rotation, so that's not bad. Impact blocking's a B, injury B to C. He's someone I'll throw on the list just simply because at 3 or 4 that might not be bad. Tito Castro. Okay, let's see, Tito. 6'4", 310. Shows good discipline, has everything we're looking for so far. 23 though. Good to great accel, solid to good agility, good to great change, great to elite jumping, marginal to decent speed. He's a tackle, that's fine. Good to great strength. D block shedding. No. C isn't bad. D is a no. Yeah, no. So immediately if we see the D, nothing else matters there. So D block shedding. We're not, I should be fair and give these guys a chance. Lacks discipline. 6'2", 296, 23 years old. Decent solid speed. Yeah, no. Just a no. Trent Meeks from Ohio. Okay, has a lot of good stuff. 6'5", 311, 21. Marginal decent jumping, but solid good speed, good great strength, decent to solid change, good grade, solid good. Okay. C block shedding, C awareness, B tackle, D injury. Not what we're looking for there, but he is a scheme fit. So, these lower rounds are just looking for that surprise player, that one that stands out to me. Has a lot here. 6'5", 305, 22. Good to great accel, solid to good agility, direction, decent to solid. Solid to good speed, great to elite strength. He has C block shedding, C play rec, A stam, B injury, A impact blocking. The fact he has great to elite strength, I'm going to mark him. Just simply because of that, and we'll see how it goes. 6'2", 350, won't get flagged. Okay, has all the stuff. Poor marginal accel. Decent, solid, decent, solid, decent margin. Great elite strength again. B awareness, P block shed, A play rec, B back, D injury. B to C hit power. If that's a B, that's going to be great. Drake Gandy is definitely one. Washington State, where I'm from. Go Dogs. Well, this is Washington, like UW, University of Huskies, not Washington State Cougs. Lacks discipline and penalties. That's a knock. 6'2", 318 at 22. Great to elite strength and accel. Decent to solid speed. Decent to solid jumping and change. Marginal to decent agility. Block shedding's a C. Play rec's a B. B tackle, B impact, A to B stamp, D to F hit power. Sorry, no. These are free agents. But you never know when one of these are going to pop up. And we need to talk about defensive tackle. So it won't get flagged month. 305, 6'2", has all the stuff we're looking for so far. Great to elite accel. Decent to solid change direction jumping. Marginal to decent agility. Good to great speed and strength. B play rec, D tap injury, F stam, F pursuit. No. Man, because these free agents can every once in a while I'll find one that surprises you. Won't get flagged. 6'5", 305, 22 from Oregon. Great to elite strength, solid to good, decent to solid jumping, solid to good change of direction, good to great accel and agility. B block shedding. Hold on. Player X a B, impact blocks a B, hit power's an F though. But he can get off and he has C tackle. He's someone I'm going to mark. Julius Richards. He has everything we want. 6'5", 295. 23 though. Poor to marginal sell, marginal to decent jumping speed, decent solid change, agility, and strength. No. This Teron Golson, though, is probably going to be a surprise player. Harvey Douglas. 3'10", 22, 6'3", lacks discipline. Okay, that's annoying. Good to great strength, speed, and acceleration. Solid to good agility change. He seems pretty solid. D block shedding. Nope. And I'm checked out. Vince Rosenthal. 6'6", 313. Shows good discipline. Rips the ball. Everything you want here. 22. Marginal to decent sell and agility. Good to great strength. Marginal to decent speed. Decent to solid change and jumping. D block shedding. And he looked like he could be an athlete. But those other ones, Again, everything we want. 296.3. Great to elite sell, good to solid, good to great change, decent on jumping and speed, and marginal to decent strength. Yeah, you show me good block shedding. I may be... What was his name? Jarek. I could have just read it right here. Why did I back up? Hackett. Looks like he has everything. 6'2", 307, 22. Marginal to decent. Good to great speed and strength. Solid to good jumping. Good to great change. Good to great agility. This could be a surprise player. D block shedding. See, these attributes look bad, but all these things say he could be a freak athlete. Man, that's unfortunate. Desmond Branch, maybe to go alongside Brian Branch. Lacks discipline, so gets penalties. 293, 6'5". Solid good strength. Good to great speed. Decent solid jumping. Solid to good agility, change direction. Great to elite, a sell. C block shedding, B finesse moves, A B injury, F play rack with C tackle. I'm gonna mark him as a possible. That's interesting. Josh Amaro doesn't get flagged. 6'2", 315. Great elite, a sell and strength, solid to good agility and speed. Poor marginal jumping, change directions, decent solid. C's across the board with some D's. I'm going to mark him too. I don't know why. I feel good about him. Josh Choice. He looks so much like a good choice for right now. 6'5", 318, 23 from Texas A&M. Great to elite strength. Good to great speed. Solid to good jumping, agility, and a sell. Decent to solid change direction. B block shedding. Josh Choice is getting a choice mark on favorites. There we go. Grant McCree. Won't get discipline. 313, 6'3", 22 years old from Ohio. The Ohio State. D's across the board, though. Marginal decent. Yeah, that just kind of looked bad. Ben Hills. 6'4", 302 from Georgia. Lacks discipline. Okay. Decent, solid strength. Marginal decent. He seems really poor. Yeah. That's tough. Jacoby Huff. 317, 6'4", 23 from Baylor. Won't get flagged. Has stuff. Solid, good jumping, strength, and agility. Marginal to decent. Change direction. Decent, solid to sell and speed. Nope. The Foot. Darnell Foot. 309, 6'2", 22 from Mississippi. Won't get flagged. That's good. Good to great strength. Poor to marginal speed. Jumping. Marginal decent agility. Change. No. Really hoping for that big surprise player, and so far I think we've seen a couple. Lacks discipline, but he has everything else. 296, 6'5", 23 from Kansas. Marginal to decent strength is kind of bad. Good to great change direction jumping. Solid to good agility, speed, and a sell. C block shedding, AB hit power, AB injury, D tackle. He's someone I'll put on the list just to keep an eye on. But that takes care of defensive tackle, which I think by far is a big need for us. What else do I think we need to look at? Well, defensive tackle is definitely one. One we will look at just to have fun laughing about it. Fullbacks, obviously none of them look super draftable. But we'll look through and see if we can't see someone who deserves to probably be our future fullback. Coverage ball security over everything else. Needs to work on simple drops. Fight for every single inch as a runner. Avoids big hits following catches. Creating yardage. 6'1", 251, 22. Poor marginal strength. Great to decent. Decent to solid. Marginal decent. Poor marginal. Great elite agility. Everything's still so up in the air. Like, do we want... I mean, he's going to be blocking. So... yeah, this might be too early to look at some of these fullbacks, man. Sells, avoids big hits, right for needs, work on simple concentration drops. Shows good ball security, so he's kind of a dropper. He's not exactly what I'm looking for. Great to elite strength. Great to elite agility, solid to good jumping, speed to sell, decent solid change of direction. Yeah, there's just too much here that's unknown. Fullback is something I think we may have to wait till the day of. Needs to, yeah, drops, like, again. And impact blocking's an A, though. He's someone to possibly keep an eye on, Calvin Burris. Shows decent awareness, protect the ball, need to fight for every as an inner. Okay, as a runner, avoids big hits. Okay, 2'5", 251, 6 foot. Great to elite strength, solid to good speed, good to great change direction, jumping, decent to solid agility, good to great sell. A impact, B carrying, A pass block. David Cooper might be a shout. How many more of these? Just 3, okay. Joel Woodbury, 6'3", 235, 22 from Auburn. Seems to have everything you'd want. Poor marginal strength, though. Great elite speed, great elite agility. Decent solid change direction, jumping, good to great to sell. A break tackle. F pass block, F trucking. God. Fullbacks are tough, man, but every once in a while you'll find one and it'll surprise you. Needs to concentrate, focus on concentration. Of course it does. Poor marginal strength. Great to elite speed, change of direction, and a sell. A carrying, B break tackle, A lead block, D trucking. You know what? I'm going to mark this Ty Callaway. He looks like he could be somebody. 6'3", 263, Wisconsin. Needs to simple concentration, coverage ball security, okay. Good to great speed. Everything's poor to marginal, though, on this Kyle Teague. Yeah, this Ty Callaway, though, he interests me out of North Carolina. I just fully backed out. What was I doing? So, fullbacks obviously think we have a lot of depth positions we need to look at. But I do want to look at right guard. Because as of right now, right guard is a need for us. And this might be a little too early on to look at these. But man, right guard I think is a position we definitely need. Lacks a motor that has a motor, lacks discipline. So we don't want penalties, man. Great to elite strength, speed, change of direction, agility, and good to great sell, and solid to good jumping. Okay, well, lead block, impact blocking, A's. So, Kohlberger's on the list just for right now. We're looking at what we can. Won't get flagged, has a motor run through the whistle. 313, 6'2", 23 from Missouri. Solid, decent to solid strength, but good to great speed, jumping, change direction, great to elite agility, and acceleration. Lead block. A awareness, B pass block, C pass block, B pass block finesse, C pass block. D. He's someone I'll also mark for now. He's around 3 to 4 though, and he looks a lot better than that. Won't get flagged. Has a motor. 305, 6'2", 22 from Notre Dame. Good to great accel, agility, and strength. Solid to good jumping speed, and great to elite change of direction. A awareness, A pass. Oh, here's another one. I'm sorry, I didn't even say Stephen Overeem. That is a name. Peter Carr, not to be confused with all the other great cars in the NFL. Agile, 6'5", 319, 23 out of Houston. Has motor, won't get flagged. Good to great agility, acceleration, speed. Great to elite change direction and strength. Oh. A impact, A injury, A lead block. Wow, that is a right guard, actually. We'll mark him too. For day 3, yeah, he looks good so far. Won't get flagged. 6'5", 320, 24 from Michigan, though. He's 24. Great to elite, excel, agility, change direction, solid to good, jumping, and strength, great to great speed. F, run block, D, C, C, F. Whitmore, I thought, sounded better than he was. So we're almost into the undrafted part. Has penalty things. Solid to great, yeah. I'm thinking right now from what I'm seeing, we have a gap between the first round 1 to 2 talent, James Colbert. Spencer Rain, Steve Overeem, Peter Carr, these all seem to be something. But the Steven Overeem looks good. So does Spencer Wayne. Peter Carr doesn't look bad either. James Colbert, I don't know. I think he might fall down to the second round, but we'll have to keep an eye out there. Obviously, you guys let me know if I'm completely getting this wrong. But now, other things I think to ultimately talk about here, especially in this thing, is I think something we need to look at is what overall we have. Because right now, we can look at offensive line. Well, we kind of did that. Defensive tackle, quarterback. Do we really need to have a conversation about quarterback? Well, it might not be bad. Larry Page out of Washington State, so Cougs. Beautiful spiral, could use improvement on recognizing pressure. Does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away. Vast majority of success comes while in the pocket. Lightning quick release, almost ignores lower half. He's a strong arm QB. And he looks great to elite strength, throw power, poor to marginal speed, solid, good, decent, solid, good. He doesn't look like the type of quarterback I would want, but he looks like a crazy good quarterback. B, break shack, A, play action, B, awareness, A's in deep and medium, B in short. Like, he looks good, but I don't think he's our type of quarterback. Now, if we go down to Wade York, first sign of pressure, avoid sacks, plays well within in and outside the pocket, lightning quick release. Beautiful spiral. He's a scrambler, 6'5", 22, 235 from Wake Forest. Good to great throw power. Great to elite strength, solid to good speed, good to great jumping, great to elite change, great to elite agility, good to great sell. A break tackle, A short accuracy, B deep accuracy, B to D medium. I have a feeling that's going to fall more to the C range. I wish I knew through under one and under pressure. Like the throw and the run and under pressure I think is so key. But he's someone, again, who is top 5 talent. We're not going to probably be there, but I'll mark him for now. Casey start falling. Ben Randolph. He's an improviser. Beautiful spiral, stands tall in the pocket, always a rare pressure. Does well to avoid sack, throwing ball. Plays well within and outside. Fast, over-the-top style motion. He's from Houston. 225, 6'3". Good to great accel, agility, change of direction, and strength. Good to great throw power, decent to solid speed, good to great jumping. A awareness, A break tackle, A play action, A under pressure. Now that is a quarterback we could also take a look at. Michael Bohannon. Beautiful spiral, could use improvement, recognize pressure, does well to avoid sacks. Vast majority of success comes right in the pocket, though. The success part is a crushing in there with the pocket. 3/4 fast, smooth throwing motion. 6'6", strong arm, USC. Great to elite strength, throw power, marginal decent speed. Yeah, he's not really going to get out of the pocket, which is not our type of quarterback. Jason Howard, though. Probably not what we're looking at because I see one major issue. Beautiful spiral. Stands tall in the pocket, always wear pressure, does well to avoid, play well within and outside. Slow, elongated throwing motion. We do not want that. He has A short, 8 medium, B deep. B awareness, but he has a slow throw, and I cannot do that. Caleb Peak. Okay, here we go. Scrambler, 6'4", 220, 22 out of Boise. Beautiful spiral, stands tall in the pocket. Swell to voice acts, loves to play, run and play outside of structure. Fast, flick of the wrist, throwing motion. Great to elite throw power, excel and agility. Great to elite change of direction. Great to elite jumping. Good to great speed and strength. A short accuracy, A under pressure, B throw on the run break. This is a quarterback right here. Caleb Peak. Even though he kind of looks like Voldemort. Sometimes we need a little bit of that dark magic. Ron Nixon, field general, beautiful spiral, good use improvement, recognize pressure, does well to avoid sack, play well within and outside, fast over the top motion. Here we go. Poor marginal sell. That's sad. Decent solid agility, change of strength, jumping, speed. He let me down so quickly. Ben Harrington. Fast over the top style. Plays within and outside. Voids gets happy feet. Feel non-existent pressure. 6'1" field general. Turn 2 out of Michigan. Rest Michigan. Good to great sell. Decent solid agility. Poor directional. Okay. Jumping decent solid. Marginal to decent speed and strength. Great to elite throw power though. Throw on the run C. Nope. Childress. League average release time. Left to run and play outside the structure. Does well to avoid sacks. Beautiful spiral. Scrambler 6'2", out of Texas A&M. Marginal decent. Okay, solid great strength. Speed's good great. Jumping's great to elite. Solid good agility. Change direction great to elite. Sell. Throw under pressure. That's a C. For some reason I went all the way back up. Lewis Wilkins. Quick compact throwing motion. Beautiful spiral. Gets happy feet. Gets well to avoid sacks. Plays well within. Improviser 6'3" out of Florida. Solid good. A sell. Agility. Speed and strength. Decent solid throw power. Good to great change direction and jumping. A trucking. A under pressure. B short accuracy. I am going to mark him simply because he's a day 3 person that could just be depth at that position. Improviser, 6'4" out of Kentucky, 23 years old. Beautiful spiral on his passes. Marcus Trapp. Okay, gets happy feet. Feels no pressure. Feels well to avoid sacks. Plays well within and outside. Quick lightning release. Okay, so far. Good to great a sell. Solid and good agility. Jumping, speed and throw power. Decent to solid change and strength. B throw on the run. Medium accuracy, deep's a B. I hope short accuracy is not C or D. Like if it's B, this is a maybe. This is someone I want to keep an eye on to see how he develops. Bernie Dixon from Connecticut. Not where I was expecting his name to be from, is Connecticut. Beautiful spiral his passes, gets happy feet, does well to avoid sacks. Loves to run, play outside structure, fast over the top motion. Scrambler. Okay, marginal decent throw power. Great to elite speed and jumping, decent to solid strength. Change directions good to great, solid to good agility, sells good to great. Throw on the run's a C though, man. I'm going to mark him, but I don't. These are undrafted free agents. Okay. Yeah, no. Like, I don't know. Something about... Anyways, Alcorn State. Beautiful spiral, gets ball first pressure, does well to avoid, loves to run and play outside of structure, standard over the top style motion. He's solid to good in a sell, change direction, strength, and throw power. Good to great speed, great to elite jumping, good to great agility. It's just F awareness, D. I mean, short accuracy, if it's a B, and under pressures maybe a B, he might be. Throwing the run's a C though, and that kind of hurts, but I'll mark him now. Nate Barnett, 6'4", Tulsa, strong arm. Oh, he does great outside the pocket. Is he agile? Good to great sell agility. Solid to good change direction, jumping, and throw power. Decent to solid strength, marginal, decent speed. A, throw under run. B, under pressure. B, deep. I don't short accuracy if it's an F, though. If that's a C, I might give him a shot, but no. William Dillon. Beautiful spiral, stands tall in the pocket, always aware of pressure, does well to avoid sacks, plays well within outside the pocket. Multi-angle quick motion. He's 2'11", 6'4", 23 from Kentucky. Decent to solid in a lot of things. Everything but strength and throw power, which is marginal, decent, solid, good. Short accuracy is B. Throw on the runs a C, though. I don't know. The throwing motion thing interests me. Jesus Quintana. Beautiful spiral, gets with the ball first time pressure, does well. Vast majority of success comes right in the pocket, though. Fast flick of the wrist throwing motion. Strong arm, 21, 6'5", 243. Elite to great strength and throw power. Poor to marginal speed, marginal decent jumping. Poor to marginal change direction, marginal decent sell. Yeah, he is a stand in the pocket and throw, and no. Sorry, buddy. James Aiken. Scrambler, 6'3", 217, 24 from Sam Houston. He's already 24, though. Gets rid of the ball first on pressure, does well to avoid sacks, loves to play in and out, pass nearly perfect compact motion. Solid to good strength, throw powers marginal decent. Solid to good sell, agility. Great to elite jumping, and good to great speed. B under pressure, B short accuracy, but C to F throw on the run is But I'll mark them. I mean, they're all free agents, might as well. Ross Jones. Everything we like to see there. Field General, 5'11", 215, 22 from Rice. Solid, poor marginal speed is definitely a knock. No. F under pressure. Danny Woodward. Compact, let's play it as well. Okay, Scrambler, 6'2", 211, 21 from Buffalo. Throw, marginal decent throw power. Good to great. Speed, strength, great to elite jumping. Good to great agility. Solid to good is sell and change of direction. C throw, C under everything's a C. No. And last one, Brent Osborne. 5'11", Scrambler, 218, 23 from Kansas. Beautiful ball on all passes. Get happy feet. Does feel well to avoid. Quick compact. Okay. Looks good. Solid to good throw power. Decent to solid strength. Good to great speed. Great to elite jumping. Decent solid change. Good great agility. Great to elite sell. B's short. Throw on the run's a C. Under pressure is an A to C, though. Under pressure is an A. This could be someone to look at. But, again, don't tell me it reset itself. Please, no. Okay, I'm just going to down to the bottom. I'll mark him just because he has the throwing motion. But, yeah. That kind of gets that figured out. Fullback, we obviously will have to look. Wide receiver, we need depth. But it's like, I have a feeling we're just going to see what happens to fall for us. Probably going to be a later round, so we would just need to find someone that might look good and might surprise us. Jaleel Holmes stands out to me. Needs to work on simple concentration drop. Exceptional body control, fights for every inch, no issue climbing the ladder, avoids big hits, sells at creating yards. So everything except drops. 6'2" playmaker out of Buffalo. Good to great strength, decent to solid speed. Okay, great to elite agility, though. And yeah, everything's just too rough here for wide receiver. It'd be tough to take a look at a lot of these players right now, which we will probably have to come back more near draft time, guys. But I think the one thing we do right now is focus player. And there is one player in my mind I kind of do want to look at. And no, it's not Hutchins. There is a couple players, and I don't know if I really want to waste it on these 95s because I'm pretty sure these guys will all get over by the time. But there is a player here that I kind of do want to check out. And honestly, while there's other players here, Steven Overeem, I think, is one I have to check. Like I said, all those were good. I also want to check... Oh, man, where was he? Wilkins. No, it was Peak, right? Yeah. And I think I also wanted to check... The punters are interesting, but I think I'll hold off. And it's free safety. So those are going to be the three. A right guard, a quarterback, and a free safety I'm going to take a look at. And, yeah, let me know if you guys would choose them. I know it was kind of tough, but, hey. Last thing we're going to do, we're going to advance the week. Next up is against the Packers. And hopefully we make them go to 5-6. Hopefully we go to 5-6. And we could have a breakout for running back, a short week. We have a weekly awards. Let's just look at the weekly awards really quick. Make ourselves feel better. And, of course, who else but Montgomery. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned because, well... Episode 14 is going to be filmed right after this one, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, tag out. A special thank you to all my Patreon supporters, Urza, and if you're interested in supporting the channel, wanting to see content early, or just to make me re-record this because I'd have to add another name to the list, check out Patreon and link description below.